You mentioned Matthew Stafford, Rich. Matthew has spoke to the Detroit Free Press, did a sit-down with Mitch Albom. Some really interesting things to come out of this conversation. He said that him and his wife first started having conversations about possibly leaving Detroit before the 2020 season if there was a regime change, if everyone was kind of let go. Anytime you switch GMs and a head coach, you know that they're going to want to bring in their own people, and that's going to take time. And frankly, I didn't feel like it was an appropriate person to oversee at that time. So Matt decided it was time to go. Also revealed in this sit-down.
Thursdays with Matthew?
Thursdays with Matthew and Mitch.
Okay.
Played 2020 with a bevy of injuries that no one ever knew about.
Oh, sure.
Partially torn UCL in his right thumb, torn UCL in his left elbow, broke cartilage on his 8th rib against Green Bay, tore something in the back of his left knee as well, and I had a subtalar right ankle sprain. Said he never brought any of it up because he knew there were people in Detroit going through much worse and who didn't want to hear a multi-million-dollar athlete complain about injuries.
I'm assuming Stafford went through a physical here in Los Angeles. I'm sure he went to see Dr. Alatrosh here in Los Angeles.
Sure.
That this all checks out.
You know, his quote to just kind of show how great Matthew is. For them, it's not about injuries on their hands and ribs. It's where am I going to get the money to pay my mortgage and my car and go from there. So I didn't want to be one of those guys complaining.
I love Matthew Stafford.
So do
man.
I.
I'll tell this quick Matthew Stafford story, then we'll throw it a break so we're on time for Ricky Williams. So I, night before the draft in New York City in Radio City Music Hall, it was the night before the draft. Because Mark Sanchez left after this, it was for some phone company or whatever. I think it was T-Mobile or whatever, I forget. And it was a paying gig. And I emceed the Chalk Talk night before the draft it was me, Matthew Stafford, Mark Sanchez, the two top quarterbacks in the draft. And Sanchez went off to the airport to go back to Los Angeles, not knowing he was going to be drafted by New York. He was going to return to New York the next day.
Wow.
Right?
2009 draft,
right?
2009.
And Stafford walked from his hotel to the event, a few blocks away. No posse, by himself. Showed up. What's up? I asked him, night before the draft, he had not yet signed his deal with Detroit, but it was rumored to be happening at any point in time. And it was back in the day when the first overall pick got the biggest contract in the history of the team that was going to draft him. This was before anyone was slotted. So I asked Matthew Stafford, in front of everybody, you're about to sign your contract. You got any news on that yet? No. How much money do you have in your wallet right now? I asked this of Matthew Stafford. He goes, I don't know. I'm like, take out your wallet now and let us know. And I thought he was being sheepish about it because he had a ton of money in his wallet.
Sure.
Like he hits the ATM in New York City before he walks to the event. He opened it up and, like the Dukes, had $1 in his wallet.
Fantastic.
A singular dollar in his wallet. $1. Like Trading Places.
Wow.
Just a regular dude.
He's a regular.
As tough as nails, man.
Yeah, he
tough as nails. And this, to me, is going to be one of the best storylines in 2021. How do the Rams look with Matthew Stafford? How does Stafford look outside of the Detroit organization? Every single great Lions player that we've essentially seen over the last 20, 30 years retired, didn't go somewhere else, did not have any second act other than why the hell, explain to us why you retired. He is now going to try the second act here in Los Angeles with Sean McVay and a defense that's ready to go and a running game that should give him half as many 100-yard games as he's had his entire career to this point, which is 11. Can't wait to see it.
Neither can I.
I know. You guys, and I hope there are fans so you can go see it
man.
in SoFi, and hopefully you'll be at all of them in Brockman. You'll be able to secondary ticket half of them.
Thank you.
For the games that don't interest you, like all the other ones you did at the Coliseum. But the point I'm saying is, I love this whole concept. Like, let's see what he can do. Because somebody be, oh, he stinks. Oh, he's not good. Oh, he's never won a playoff game. Oh, okay. All right. Put a pin in that. I'll take the other side of that. I am one of those people that's very high on Matthew Stafford going to the Los Angeles Rams. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.